I want to talk to you a few minutes about the vision and mission of the Department of Education. And I have been told that we may want to save a little bit of time for questions. And I am very comfortable with that. I don't shy away really from questions. So the vision of the Department of Education, a vision is normally formed by a committee. As you know, most of you serve in a business, and sometimes you call your group together and you come up with a vision and a mission statement. But that didn't happen in my case. I came with a vision to the Department of Education. I said, get it made into a logo and a visual, and let's get going. Because the vision is the same that I've always used in the classroom, imagining the possibilities and making them happen. I had to do that every day with every child in my classroom, had to do that when I worked with my colleagues in my school and the school corporation. It's just something that just should be there, working together, coming up with what we need to do, and then let's get it done. I'm not a person of a lot of talk for a long time. I want things to be well planned out, but I want them to start happening. So that's pretty much what I'm all about, and that's the vision of the Department of Education. But then I did pull together my staff and said, let's develop our mission statement. So the mission statement for the Department of Education is to build an education system. Notice I did say the word system, of equity and high quality, focused on student-centered accountability. And we've already embarked upon that. It's very unusual to actually set out to actually build a system and revise the system in which we work. But that's really what we're doing. It's called, I actually had to form a whole entire new division at the Department of Education. It's called Outreach for School Improvement. And we have coordinators, 13 of them right now, around the state of Indiana, getting to know every individual school and know its needs. We're going to tie that to school improvement. Every year, schools are revising and changing their school improvement plans, and we are going to eventually put that in an electronic template so that we're going to actually be able to see for the first time statewide where the needs are. And how comprehensive are they, and how can we best address them. So let me give you a very quick, simple example. Notice I said equity, high quality, and student-centered accountability. So all of the pieces for our student improvement will actually be worded in student language. So for instance, in the use of technology, if all of the students in the state of Indiana, no matter where they attend school, should have Wi-Fi access and a device on which to use that to help with their schoolwork. If that's what all students should have, whether they're bringing that device from home or whether we're supplying it at the school, for the first time we'll get to see geographically in the state of Indiana who does not have that in place. And then begins our work. If it's a very large issue, statewide issue, it'll drive legislative agenda, and we'll have the data to support it. If it is a more regional type of issue that we need to address, it may be some very specific grant writing that we might do. And I'll give you an example of that within the use of technology. We currently have a region through our Education Service Centers that has a U.S. Department of Agriculture grant that is not only putting Wi-Fi in for farmers, but putting Wi-Fi into the rural schools. So that's an example of a very strategic regional issue that might be addressed. If it's a local district kind of issue, we'll be talking to the decision makers, many of you in this room, to see what kind of supports we can put in place for the students that are at our schools. I serve on a very important commission at the state level, and I was very excited that the governor actually formed this commission. It's a multi-agency commission, and it's a commission for children, the most vulnerable children in the state of Indiana. The first meeting that we had was the most depressing meeting I have ever attended. It truly was. It talked about the almost 25% poverty level of our children, and every single agency talked about its statistics of the most vulnerable children. The number of students and the types of students that are needing mental health services, the number of kids that are incarcerated, the number of students that don't have food on the table when they go home. We had statistics after statistics after statistics. We had 10 agencies around the table, and I was the last to present, and I had my statistics. But when it got to me, I said, I don't think we need any more statistics today because all of your statistics are sitting in our classrooms.